I was 10 years old when it happened. My stepmother, Auntie Esi, had moved into our home 6 months after my mother passed. My father said she would take care of me, but things quickly changed after she arrived. At first, she was kind, cooking meals and braiding my hair. But soon, she stopped talking to me unless it was to give an order. She said I was lazy, that I wasn't as obedient as her own children. I tried my best to please her, but nothing worked. One evening, I was outside fetching water from the well behind the house. It was almost dark, and the frogs had started croaking loudly. As I walked back, I heard her voice. "Efua, your mother is calling you," she said. I froze. I turned slowly, and there she was, standing by the mango tree. She was smiling, but not like she usually did. It was a cold smile, and it didn't reach her eyes. "My mother," I whispered. She pointed to the forest behind the house. "She's waiting for you. Go." I stared into the darkness, and for a moment, I thought I saw a shadow moving among the trees. My heart started pounding. I wanted to cry, but her eyes were fixed on me, daring me to say something. I dropped the bucket and ran into the house. My father was sitting in the living room, fixing a fishing net. "Papa," I cried, "Auntie Esi says Mama is in the forest." He frowned and called her inside. When she entered, she looked calm, almost bored. "What is this girl talking about?" he asked. She shrugged. I told her to hurry up with the water. "She's always making up stories." My father believed her. He always did. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing her words, "Your mother is calling you." Around midnight, I heard the front door creak open. I peeked through the window and saw Auntie Esi walking toward the forest, carrying something in her hands. The next morning, I went to the well and found my bucket overturned, with scratches on the ground leading toward the forest. I told an older woman in the village, Mama Akojua, what had happened. She sighed and shook her head. "Don't go near the forest at night," she warned. "And don't trust everything she says." A week later, I woke up to loud wailing. My father had fallen sick overnight. He couldn't eat or speak, and his body burned with fever. Auntie Esi sat by his side, but she didn't seem worried. Instead, she kept whispering something under her breath, words I couldn't understand. Papa passed away 2 days later. After the funeral, Auntie Esi packed her things and left without saying goodbye. Years later, I heard rumors that she had married again in another village, and the same things had happened: illness, whispers, and strange events. People said she had something dark about her, but no one dared confront her. To this day, I wonder what she saw in the forest that night and why she smiled when she spoke about my